first number that everyone watches out for very closely. No doubt you want to look at the equity inflow, you want to look at the AUM, but it's the SIP inflow number that catches everyone's eyes. And now it is at a 4-month low levels, coming in at around 25,926 crore rupees. Should we actually read too much into it? Because you have the AMFI CEO also talking about the fact that 51 lakh SIP accounts were discontinued in the month of March.
Hi, good afternoon. I think SIP numbers are not significantly. I didn't have a chance to look at it properly. I think what you are saying is 25,926. So it's not a significant drop which has happened into data from last month, because last month also the number was somewhere around the same. But I think that was also because February is a shorter month, which is why there was a drop. But this month, I think the drop would be probably there in terms of some closures also which have happened, or some people who would have probably stopped their SIPs. Our recommendation is always the fact that you need to stay invested long term in your SIPs, and when your market corrections happen, I think it is the best time to buy more, because you are actually accumulating additional units, which is basically a sale in the market, so you're getting to buy at a cheaper cost. But I think if you look at the overall number, what has happened is, I think from a 29,000 crores of inflows in equity last month, this month it has dropped to around 25,000. I see a significant drop in the sectoral funds, which is a good thing, because I think there was a lot of frenzy around the sectoral NFOs which were coming, and there was this, in the last couple of months, we've seen a little bit of drop there. I think last month was somewhere around 5,700, and this month is looking at about 170. So I see a large part of the equity flow, which is reduced, is actually because of the sectoral fund inflows. I think large cap has had a marginal drop in the numbers, and small cap has seen a marginal increase. Other categories are almost similar numbers. I would think in terms of trends in the market, I see that there is definitely a larger buying for the large cap or the flexi cap sort of categories, and rightly so, because of the valuation looking relatively better in those segments. I think from what is concerning to me is a little bit of large drop in the hybrid segment. I think hybrid, where we saw last month somewhere around 6,800 crores of inflow, this month has seen a negative 900 crore inflow. So which is what is, in a volatile market, actually hybrid, especially categories like equity savings, which have seen a large drop. Probably, this is a good time to buy hybrid categories, because it helps investors to, not get impacted by tax incidents of, moving between different asset classes. Also because they are great categories to manage the behavior of the clients in the market. So I think that makes hybrids an interesting category to be in. I would think from a long-term point of view, if we see that there is a slight increase in the small cap segment also, I think if investors are taking a long-term view, are investing for a slightly longer horizon, which is at least 5 to 7 years, then these categories are great categories to keep increasing your commitment. And it's just that request would always be that people shouldn't look at the short-term returns of last year and then get enamored by categories like this. So I think if you see the overall flows also, somewhere the overall flows are they're not. The liquid category has seen a huge drop, which is why if you see the debt category has actually seen about a 2 lakh crore negative number, which is why the total flows have got impacted quite largely.